a change of venue as we normally do the presentations. This is a workshop, and she's been kind to give us her time and her efforts to pull it together. And actually, I'm very excited myself to hear a workshop. So with that, I'll turn it over to Patricia.
Well, thank you. Thank you all for having me. Given that we know that some people are going to be joining us, I'm just going to take a few minutes before dinner and introduce a little networking type activity. The presentation itself will be after dinner, and I mean, like, beyond thrilled to be bringing this to you. I think that you'll find it to be rather unique. I hope so. And I want it to be very participative, so here's what I will promise you. One is, I'm going to really help you understand what my background is. Two, what the flavor of tonight's presentation is going to be once we have dinner. But before dinner, to kind of get our juices going, I'm imagining you had a long ride here. I'd like you to do a couple things. There's some little index cards on your table, and what I'd like you to do is partner with someone that ideally that you don't know. And I want you to end up being able to introduce them to me. And so what I want you to be able to do is, I don't want to necessarily know their real name. I want you to dig into, like, what was their nickname at any point in time. And if they don't have one, if you want to help them create one while you're having a discussion, that would work. The thing that I want you to dig out of them next is something that is like one of their favorite things. Maybe it's a vacation, it's a restaurant, it's a food addiction. Like, dig in there. Try and surprise me and surprise us. So something that's a favorite about them. And then, what do they do? But I don't want to hear they're the VP of this, or, you know, I want it to be some sentence that kind of reflects this is who they are, or what is success for them, or what is it that they want to achieve. And try and dig out something that's a one at the most, two-liner. And if they are like, I don't want to really share what I'm doing now, I'm going to share my deeper desire, bringing that. And then finally, I want to ask you something else. Is I want some of you to figure out, there's a few things in the room that I try to do. We're talking about innovation tonight and creating environment. And so there's some things that I hope you saw inside the room. I will look down so I don't look at any of it. And I'd like you to, while you're introducing people, share some of the things that you might have noticed that are a little not what you would have expected them to be inside the room itself. So with that, if you could find someone to pair up with in the room, take those index cards, whip out a pen, and then be prepared in a few minutes, you just get a few minutes for this, to introduce the person next to you.
Ladies first.
Yeah, let's go first.
All right. So, please do introduce your new friend.
Yes, my new friend is Angie Vanderbilt, and she is a first-time attendee here tonight. So if you can welcome her, please. Angie is pursuing a green belt certification, and she's beginning a project very soon. Her experiences in the telecommunications industry. Her favorite location for vacation is Hilton Head, South Carolina.
All right.
And she's happy to be here today.
If nothing else, I think we'll turn it back over to Eddie, and I hope you've got already a flavor of what's coming. So.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you very much. Can everyone hear me? Yes. All the way in the back? Excellent. So I'm going to provide a little bit more of a background that I bring to the table today, and then I'm going to ask you for a few things today. So my name again is Patricia Jones. If you look for me on LinkedIn, I such a big way. And so I think that that's my greatest strength, is helping people get to the other side. So I've worked in industry. I've done a long stint at Accenture and helping to grow their practice. And a lot of that was focused on merger integrations and trying to take a lot of different ideas, a lot of different business, a lot of different everything, and try and create a new path for it. And so right now, what I've done is I've been working independently for just over 7 years, and my focus is really around helping companies that want to transform, that want to take a fairly big step, think in a new way, operate in a new way. Really, how can we impact how we operate, how we behave, how people think? And I would say my proudest moment actually was working on a cultural change. And that was not something that that it found me, I would say. And so what I mean by that is that I was inside an organization and I was operating as an internal consultant. And you know how you can look and you can see that all these ideas are there. And where things are not working. And so I merely started having some conversations at a dinner, much like this, with one person, and it stemmed into something that we were really able to surface some really extraordinary ideas and slowly really make significant changes in the organization. I'm happy to tell more about that story, but I really want to be able to today is help you kind of live the process so that you can go back into your environment and be it that you want to do something this size, this size, this size, this size, that you can get some of those things underway. So I want to have so more of this is going to be about me asking you in the beginning to do some things. And it'll be very short things that build upon each other, and then we'll bring it all together. But my goal is that, again, you have the ability to go back into your work environment, maybe your home environment, because sometimes that's even another area where we, this is not working. This is not working. But really the design is for, in your business, no matter what role that you are in, is to have some ideas about how you can uncover new ways of thinking, turning things on their sides, shifting, just something small so that it looks a whole different way and it's perceived in a whole different way. So here's what I'm going to ask for you. So first of all, to trust me. Are you in? Is everyone in? Yeah. Trust me that this is going to come together. Okay? I really want you to be open. And so I not only want you to be open yourself, what I really want you to do is to challenge the people among your group, because some of what you're going to be doing is as a group. So I want you to push back, or but mostly what I want you to do is not discount ideas, because what I found is that sometimes when you're coming up with ideas, if you stop it too early, it's a good idea, but it just needs a little maneuvering in order to go from to yes. So let that process happen. And be as participative as possible. During the time that you're actually doing the exercises, we'll turn off the recorder, but I will be walking around so you can ask me questions. But what I hope is that each and every person is contributing. And so with that, I would ask you if you would please turn over your phone, just give us this little bit of time to dedicate to some of these exercises. So there is a purpose on putting them on a whiteboard. So you can end up putting them up against the wall if need be. So I'm going to start over here, and Nick is going to help us as we come through. So this is obsolete, right? No. New. Oh, we got to start with obsolete. We got to start with obsolete. All right. Look at these guys are ready. Obsolete and obsolete. So obsolete is first. All right.
Okay. We got quite a list here. We have 8-track players, cassette players, typewriter, rotary phones. In the near future, PCs, textbooks in the near future, transparency projectors, photo film, such as 35 millimeter, VHS players, paper files, Rolodex, iridescent bulbs, tube TVs, cursive handwriting, and checks or checkbooks.
That's an interesting list, cursive handwriting especially. So we can start to see how, I'm going to add one. Who I'm not even sure I'm gonna say it right, drones or something. You guys know what those things are now? They go up in the air and so they film. They might be filming your house and you don't even know it. I was on Facebook and, yes, I will admit I'm on Facebook.
And as a pilot, I have a problem.
I bet you do.
Seriously, because they congest the traffic and then you...
See how it's a problem?
Yeah.
So one new thing introduces lots of things. So very quickly, if I can, real quick, throw out my story. So this individual, a young man, he actually had posted on Facebook, and what he had posted is a drone had happened to go over his grandma's house the day before she passed.
Oh, wow.
So he actually had a picture of his grandma, like he somehow like happened upon it. So I thought that was interesting. But how much does how this videotaping that's going on in the world, you know, you don't, like, who would have known that grandma's out there and there's someone, you know, flying over videotaping her. So I think that's an interesting thing about how the world is changing. Okay, right here.
This might be an umbrella.
That's what we're going to do always, 24/7. Okay. All right, so we have a little bit more here. I see 175 on your page.
No, we have rear vision cameras, FaceTime, electric cars, exercise where you're hanging from the rope, self-parking cars, there are UFV drones, which is unmanned flying vehicles, doggy dating, online dating, watch phone, the iPad, iPhone, and tablets, computer, the computer eye for your glasses, touch screen, voice-activated Skype, voice conference, a tablet with a removable keyboard, the LED bulbs, USB charger, portable chargers, Wi-Fi, travel protection, cell phone where you can do reservation parking or check schedules.
Bam. So I'm not keeping up. I do, you know, all I was going to say is if I can help any of you in, you know, I do love helping people, and I'm reading that, but I don't mean it that way. I love being able to help people see things in a new way. So if I can help you in some way, you know, speak to your organization, come in and help you individually, whatever, please reach out. And this is, you know, I already hit this, but, you know, what I hope for you is that you're start small. That you will, like tomorrow, you know, I know you won't be able to sleep tonight. I'm going to do it. Anyways, that's what I have. If there's some questions, I'm happy to take them. I hope that you found this helpful.